extra wide nail with such unusual nail shape. Obviously, regular tips are not going to fit, so we're going to use this nail hack when we take the biggest size that we have. We cut it into 2 equal parts, then we attach one side as well as the other side onto the nail, and now we need to fill in the space in between using builder gel or polygel. Oh, I guess they're not going to show it in this tutorial. Instead, they're using silk. By the way, I tried this method, silk with hard gel, and it works. It looks pretty, it's very durable, but it takes an extreme amount of time to do. It took me like 40 minutes to do one nail, but I guess this is a non-standard case, so it's worth sacrificing some time for it. However, they apply some glue first and then they apply gel, so I guess this may work for this kind of nail. Then we pinch it, and I think they need to add a little bit more gel on top. Oh, but they're cutting it short and now it's oval shape, and now they take it off. So I guess they were just playing with different ways to do extensions for this nail type. I personally would pick regular forms because you can cut them however you like and then sculpt it with acrylic or gel. I would definitely pick acrylic here, I think, because it's just easier to mold it into any shape of your choice. It was one of the many nail videos and transformations we're about to watch and analyze them just like nail detectives. Oh my god, it truly hurts to watch because this white residue is piece of the nail plate. Definitely, it's not a nail product, it's not skin. So they're just shaving, like peeling an insane amount of the nail from the top, which will definitely lead to nail damage. And it's extremely dangerous to do it in this area close to the cuticle. I don't think I've ever seen such small nail plates, but I would love to work with a client like this. And this nail technician decided to do square nails, and they look okay. I think I would round the corners so they will feel more comfortable for this client. And also, I wonder why they decided to go with this style with an extremely deep C-curve, because it looks gorgeous on extreme nail shapes, on long nails, but with such short nails, I think more classic oval or round shape that simply covers the edge of the finger might be more practical for this client. My girl came back for a nail fill, but I think a nail fill is when you already have the product on your nail and you add more product, and they had just naked nails, so this is more like nail extensions. So they use regular half-covered tips, and for this small nail, which is called nail patella syndrome, which is under development of the nail plate or toenails, and they decided to do extensions on this nail as well. Honestly, I don't know. First of all, I'm not sure that this kind of length is going to last on this nail, so I would suggest whether not doing anything at all on this nail, just leave it. Or if this person needs to go somewhere to some special event, then maybe use a press-on tip on this particular nail with a sticky tab, so it will cover part of the skin, but it will look like a real nail. Or also, now there are these rings that you put on your finger right here and they look like nails, because honestly, I think with this style, you're kind of drawing more attention to this nail. This looks like a super luxury nail salon. They're doing pedicure and then they're pouring Hennessy on her legs. Honestly, I thought that alcohol is actually drying up your skin, but they already have some mask on it and some lotion and cream applied. According to their other videos, they offer such a cool service in their salon. Like, they give you champagne, Hennessy, you can smoke while during this service, but I don't really get what this Hennessy on your legs is doing, so maybe, I don't know, some special secret. If you do, let me know. Step 1 before you wipe. Okay, so we have the silicone covers on the nails. I don't know about wiping, but I think this may be helpful in doing many things, like when you want to cover your nails to prevent them from damaging, when you can scratch them when you're doing something like cooking or mixing something like clay and you want to prevent it from going under your nails. However, in all these cases that I've been in my life, such as cooking, I use regular gloves like single-use nitrile gloves, and then you just throw them away. Cheated on my nail lady, and now I have a nail with a pimple. Yes, unfortunately it happens. So if there is any kind of damage, especially near the sidewall, deep in the groove, and it can be a little cut from anything, from nail pusher, from filing with an e-file or a hand file, or from manicure nippers or scissors. If there's just a tiny cut and then we have some bacteria or dirt inside of it, then the irritation may occur, and eventually it may be a nail paronychia. I have a separate video about this topic, by the way, so I will leave the link if you'd like to watch it. So if there's a little pocket with a pus and you disinfect it, then eventually it will be fine by itself. But if it's growing, if it's hurting, if there's some redness or the finger gets swollen, you definitely need to see a healthcare provider ASAP. You go to the nail salon and ask for your old set to be socked off for a new set, and the tech proceeds to popping the old nails off with a nail tip. Okay, this is straight up nail abuse. I mean, the client specifically asked for a sock off, so they don't want to damage their nails, and instead they're using this brutal method. I will never stop wondering how can this take place in professional salons, because this method is extremely damaging to the nails, and I can never understand why professionals may want to do it. But in this case, when a client asks for sock off, I don't even know what to say. We have another white, supposedly beaten nail, and I'm always curious to see this kind of nail transformation. So this nail tech is using acrylic. Oh, it looks so cute now. And then they applied the tip, I guess, and made this oval shape. Okay, so it looks really pretty. I like the transformation, and I like the first version as well. So if the client wants to go with something shorter, I think it may work too. Guys, help me, why my acrylic is so dry? Well, first of all, the brush looks like synthetic gel brush to me, so you need to pick the one that's more pointed and preferably natural one, such as Kolinsky. Also, I'm not sure what is the liquid that they're using, because it looks transparent to me. It's rather an acetone or water. You need to use a special monomer that is normally blue or purplish color. Dip the brush into the monomer first and then to the powder. Nail gel for stupid hands. A person can be stupid, but hands? How? That's impossible. Okay, so we take a huge chunk of gel, then we slap the tip on top of it and remove the excess. The result looks pretty cute though, but I have one question. What is going on under the nail? Because there's no way, there's no mess. Nail salon lady chops off my nails because I refuse to pay $765. Okay, so I personally know some nail technicians who charge this amount of money for sets, but they look completely different, nowhere close to what we see now. I don't understand how this can cost this amount of money. And also now this person is arguing with this nail lady, and she just stands there still as she's clipping off her nails. No, this video got to be like a comedy kind of video, because if this is real, then I definitely need to review my pricing policy. All right, more white and beaten nails, then we have manicure, and then we have this pretty oval shape. It looks so good, and I really like they didn't do it super pointy. I think this is like the max length that you need to do with this kind of nails, and it looks awesome. But what's even more important, it's definitely going to be practical and suitable for real life. Oh wow, this design is so cute, and I know this person, well, not personally, but I know his Instagram. He's from Japan, and this condition is called nail clubbing, and he shared his story actually that as a teenager he was very insecure about his fingers and hands. They always looked like this. He was shy when he was trying to ask some girls out when he was in high school, but eventually he thought of it as something that makes him different, that makes him unique. So he became a hairdresser and opened his own salon. There's this, his hand is on the logo, and also he's doing all kinds of designs on his nails because there's more canvas to do nail art. I think it looks pretty cool. I will definitely get a lot of comments on that, but this is something I do not approve. I'm not a specialist in kids, so I can tell the exact age of this girl, but obviously she is younger than 16. I mean, look at her fingers and her nails, they're tiny. They're not fully developed yet, which is pretty obvious. So when you're doing normal things we do when doing nail extensions, such as nail prep, pushing back the cuticles, using e-file on adult nails, it's fine. But if we do the exact same thing on nails that are not fully developed yet, it's super easy to bring in the permanent damage. This kind of length, well, I think really it's too much. So my policy is I don't take clients, I don't even take models that are younger than 16 for nail extensions. It would be totally fine if they did press-ons with sticky tabs or even overlay, but extensions with acrylic, I think it is too much for such a young lady. Let me guys know in the comments. I'm really curious, what is your opinion about that? Wow, they're so long, but they look so yummy. I have this urge now to have some gummy bears. Removing my 3-month-old press-on nails after stabbing my toe and the nail got water stuck in it, turning my nail green. Press-ons on your toenails for such a long period of time is always a bad idea. Because on your hands, it's one thing, right? We wash our hands pretty often. They're more opened all the time, but with toes, especially if we wear closed shoes, and once the moisture gets locked in there, besides greenie and pseudomonas that we can have on top of the nail plate, it may get much worse and they might be an additional bacteria or infection. So please don't do extensions on your toes or tips for such a long time. All because I wanted some cute nails. So I have two theories here. First one is that they have a super sharp nails, probably stilettos or square with sharp corners, so it hurts to scratch yourself. That's why they use the hairbrush. Or another option is that maybe the nails are about to fall off, so it doesn't feel comfortable anymore to scratch yourself. But in both cases, I have a question. Why do you need the nails then? Because I think one of the main purposes of long nails is to be able to comfortably scratch yourself as much and as hard as you want, whenever you want. Natural nails and fingers before versus after. Okay, so this condition is called skin picking. Some people bite and pick their nails. Some do this to the surrounding skin too, and more often when it's both nails and skin, but some people mostly are picking only the surrounding skin. And this creator is showing her journey, like afterwards it's her natural nails with overlay, and her skin, her fingers, they look just amazing. So this is just the proof that with a certain amount of work and patience, it's absolutely possible to transform your hands. The AC went out. Oh, I feel your pain. So if you're not getting it, this is what happened. They were using acrylic. Acrylic has powder and monomer. Once you combine them, you have this gel-like substance that cures on the air pretty fast. Well, normally you have like a minute or a minute and a half. But if it's super hot in the room, then the process speeds up, so you don't have that much time. So when it's hot, especially when the AC is out, you just apply the bead and it's cured so fast, so you don't have time to blend it. That's why we can see these little bumps on the surface, and I'm afraid they will need way more filing. Okay, so this is a special silicone mat for keyboard for long nails, and it creates every single button higher than it normally is, so you have this space for your long nails. Honestly, I had long nails few times and I never really had issues with working on a regular keyboard. However, I am curious to try it, and once I do, I will definitely share the results. But what's also interesting in these videos and commercials, the girls that they're showing using this keyboard, I think their nails are pretty short. Here we have another nail condition of nail patella syndrome, underdeveloped nail plates. They're so tiny, and then they did these cute short square nails. They look so pretty, and then they had French. Okay, so I like both of these transformations. They look so pretty. I like that they didn't do this extreme length. However, I think the more practical option for this client would be the first one.